Welcome to ABM Global Compliance. ABM Global Compliance web training course for AML Training USA is here to create the awareness regarding following topics: money laundering and terrorist financing, different industries and money laundering risk, terrorist financing, international bodies, key U.S. legislative and regulatory initiatives, anti-money laundering, counter-terrorist financing compliance programs, money laundering and terrorist financing red flags, conducting and responding to investigations, suspicious transaction reports. Money laundering and terrorist financing. The act of processing criminal proceeds through the financial system in an effort to conceal their illegal source is known as money laundering. Involves money laundering, the act of providing, collecting, or receiving money with the knowledge or intent that it would be used to carry out a terrorist act or any other act meant to inflict serious bodily harm or death constitutes terrorist funding. Different industries and money laundering risk. Correspondent banking, private banking, politically exposed persons. Terrorist financing, the act of soliciting, gathering, or supplying money with the aim that it be used to support terrorist organizations or acts is known as terrorism funding. Money can come from both legitimate and illegal sources. International bodies. An intergovernmental group called the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, develops and advocates for laws and guidelines to combat financial crime, money laundering, terrorist funding, and other risks to the international financial system are the focus of recommendations made by the Financial Action Task Force, FATF. Key U.S. legislative and regulatory initiatives. Our lives are increasingly impacted by legislation and regulations, statutes, ordinances, decrees, orders, bylaws, case laws, treaties, and codes of various forms and origins are regularly produced within and outside of states. Anti-money laundering, counter-terrorist financing compliance programs. An anti-money laundering, AML, compliance program integrates all of the internal procedures that a business uses to comply with AML compliance standards, including personnel training, user processing guidelines, account monitoring, the identification of suspicious activity, and AML reporting. Money laundering and terrorist financing red flags. Below are several instances of potentially suspect behavior, or red flags, for both money laundering and financing terrorism. These lists, albeit not exhaustive, may aid banks and examiners in identifying potential money laundering and terrorist financing schemes. Conducting and responding to investigations. Making an authorized disclosure to the National Crime Agency is done so it can look into the potential money laundering and decide whether to approve the transaction or not. If the individual in question, or anybody else, found out that an authorized disclosure had been made, the investigation would be jeopardized. Suspicious transaction reports. The goal of these rules is to safeguard the entrance to the financial system. These apply to a variety of companies that are all located at that entrance. These companies must carry out risk assessments for money laundering and set up policies and processes to control those risks. This course will also make you certified not only in terms of training, but also to show your skills off to the professional world and grow with the world's top compliance regulatory firms with the same goal and motivation as yours. If you are interested in learning all about these topics, enroll to this course right away. Follow the enrollment procedure given in this website to gain full access to the training course. Till then, hope to see you later in this course.